Let us now go back to our original question. So the scooter here is moving with constant speed. The car here is moving with constant acceleration. Initially, the distance between them is going on increasing, coming to a maximum and then decreasing. So in this question, if the car is starting from rest and accelerating, its initial velocity is lesser than that of the bike, and as its speed goes on increasing, at a certain instant its speed becomes equal to that of the bike, and after that time the speed of the car is greater than the speed of the bike. When the speed of the car is less than the speed of the bike, the distance between them increases. We have seen that when the speed of the car equal to the speed of the bike, the distance between them is constant, and when the speed of the car becomes greater than the bike, the distance between them starts decreasing. So initially the distance between them is increasing, it is coming to a constant, and then again it starts to decrease. So what we can say is that the maximum distance between them will occur when speed of the car equals to the speed of the bike. So very important point, when the speed of the car equal to the speed of the bike, in this case the distance between them becomes maximum. So the maximum distance between them occurs when speed of car equals to the speed of bike. So let us say this maximum distance occurs at time t. For the car, we can write the final speed of the car equals to the initial speed plus acceleration into time. The initial speed of the car is 0, so we are putting this as 0. The acceleration of the car is given as f, so we are putting this as f, and the time is t. So the final velocity of the car during maximum distance is f into t. For the bike, we can write v bike equals to initial speed of the bike plus acceleration of the bike into t. It is given that initial speed of the bike is u and the acceleration is 0. So the final speed of the bike also will be u. So at maximum distance, the speed of the car is f into t and the speed of the bike will be u. This condition, as both the speeds are equal, we can write f into t equals to u or t equals to u by f. So the time at which the maximum distance occurs is u by f. Now the maximum distance between them would be the total distance travelled by bike minus the total distance travelled by car in this time. From start till now, the total distance travelled by the bike minus the total distance travelled by the car will be equals to this distance. The distance travelled by the bike is speed of the bike into time. Because it does not have any acceleration, we can write distance covered equals to speed into time. The distance travelled by car is half at square, right? The formula for distance for constant accelerated body is ut plus half at square. The initial velocity of the car is 0, so we are directly writing the distance covered by car is half into acceleration of the car into t square. Initial speed of the bike is u and the time we have calculated is u by f. We are putting that here plus half into acceleration of car is f, it is given, and time is again u by f. So if we calculate this, we get the value of this as u square by 2f. So in this condition for this question, the maximum distance between the bike and the car before the car catches up with this bike is u square by 2f. Let us analyze one more case. There is this scooter here which is starting from rest and it moves with constant acceleration, and there is a car here which moves with constant speed. Now he can ask you a question, what would be the minimum distance between these two, the car and the bike? As the car's speed initially is greater than the bike, the distance between them goes on decreasing. The speed of this is greater than this, so the distance between them goes on decreasing. And when the speed of these two become same, the distance between them becomes constant, right? And when the speed of this bike starts becoming greater than the speed of this car, then the distance between them again will start to increase. So there will be a point at which the distance between them is minimum. So you see, even when the distance is minimum, the condition that we are putting is the speed of these two are the same. Let us have a look at the schematic to get a better understanding of this scenario. So you see the bike is starting from rest, its speed is going on increasing, the car is coming at constant speed, and the distance between them is decreasing until the speed of this is greater than the speed of this. And now the speed has increased, so distance between them is increasing. So I hope you have understood this concept. This is a very important concept and can be used to solve many tough questions in your relative velocity.